Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, hey, what's up? My name is Caitlin, and today we have a video I'm really excited for. I'm going to be doing a full face of vegan makeup. Not everything in here brand-wise is 100% vegan, but all of the products are. Like some, like I have Cover Effects, they're a vegan brand, but I also have like, what do I have in here? ColourPop. This is not necessarily a vegan brand, but the product that I'm using is vegan, and they do have a lot of vegan options. I myself am not a vegan. I am vegetarian and I only use cruelty-free products. I don't use anything tested on animals, but I thought it would be fun to try and step out and do a full face of vegan makeup. It was a little bit harder than I thought it was going to be based on like what I have in my collection, because I don't have like, I don't know, I wanted to do just vegan brands only, but I didn't have a full face of that. So if you want to see in the future me do a full face of just vegan brands, let me know and I will try to pick up some more products and make that happen. But for now, we're going to go in with just vegan products. So the first thing I have today is of course primer, and we're going to be using the Pacifica Cherry Matte Primer. Pacifica is a vegan brand. All of their products are vegan, including this one obviously, and cruelty-free. That goes without saying. Everything on my channel is always cruelty-free. So unless I make a mistake at some point, which might happen. But to my best knowledge, everything I use is always cruelty-free. Also ignore my hand. I was carrying in the signage at work and I got my hand caught between the sign and the door, so that's cute. But just ignore that, pretend it's not there. This primer is not my most favorite primer in the world, but I do like it. Some of these products are new to me, some of them I've used. This is one I have used. It is a mattifying primer, so with this one, I do definitely have to moisturize first because I do have dry skin. I used this today, the It Cosmetics. I don't know if this is vegan. I don't know if this is vegan or not, but I used it this morning before work, so we're not counting that in the video because I didn't use it in the video. Now, moving on to foundation, I have e.l.f. This is the HD foundation in the shade Light Ivory. e.l.f. is a vegan brand as well, so that is awesome. They're super affordable as well. Pacifica is also a drugstore brand, but they do tend to be a little bit pricier than e.l.f. is, but still a great brand. And I love seeing affordable cruelty-free / vegan products at the drugstore. I am running low on this foundation. It's one of my favorites, so I'm actually going to take the wand out here and just kind of run that all over my face. This might not be the most sanitary thing in the world, but I'm the only one using it and it's getting pretty low, so I'm going to need a new one soon anyway. I think I'm going to actually try a different color this time because this one is a little bit yellowy on me. So they did expand their foundation line not too long ago, so I might see if they have one that's a little bit better for me. But I do really like this foundation. It's not like the heaviest coverage ever, but it gives a decent amount of coverage, and I feel like my foundation lasts all day when I wear this one, so I am a fan. I've talked about this several times actually. This was my favorite foundation until I tried the It Cosmetics one. I do like that one more, but this one is a great option too, especially if you're wanting something from the drugstore. Pretty sure I even included this in my drugstore starter kit, so. But yeah, it's good coverage. I'd call it probably medium coverage. It's not like the most coverage, but it's definitely there, so I like it. I like it a lot. Definitely need more. Next, we're gonna try concealer. This is actually something I have not tried yet. This is by Pretty Vulgar. It's in the shade 60 Plus Little White Lies. It's the undercover concealer. This one is the first product that we're gonna try. Ooh, curved blonde. The brand is not 100% vegan, but the concealer is. Yeah, that's a little dark. Not gonna be highlighting with this much, but that's okay. I need a mirror. I'm blind. Okay, we're gonna pull that onto the eyelid too, of course. Did that do anything? Yeah, it's definitely not gonna be a highlighting concealer for me because it is a little dark, but it would be a good spot concealer. It's not like giving me life right now, but it's okay. It definitely looks smooth. It doesn't look cakey or anything like that, but I also feel like there's not a ton of coverage. Like you can definitely still see the darkness of my under eye. Let me put a little bit more. See if I can build it up some. Okay, it builds up a little, but this is not going to be the most intense coverage ever. But that's okay. Some days I don't want the most intense coverage ever. That's fine. Okay, now another e.l.f. product is the setting powder. This is the HD setting powder in translucent. You do have to be careful with this because it is a white powder, so there is definitely the potential for flashback. I don't feel, ooh, okay. I don't feel like I experienced flashback with this too bad, but I feel like I've heard people say they do. So just keep that in mind. This isn't gonna be the best powder for like photography, but I like it. And it's another drugstore option that I think is great, so. And I like translucent powders that are white because they don't add like a color to the skin, and I have very fair skin, so it seems like when I add a powder that has color to it, it tends to darken my skin and it looks not natural, so I do prefer translucent powder if I'm going to use a loose powder. And I feel like it makes the skin look very blurred. Like you can tell it looks blurred and it looks, or it feels softer to the touch. So I like this powder. It's one that I've had in my collection for a long time and I keep repurchasing, but it is very messy, so keep that in mind. They did switch the packaging, which I definitely prefer, so there's that. Oh no, I messed up. Crap, I forgot that I had a liquid highlight I wanted to try out. I guess let's try it anyway. This is by So Susan Cosmetics. This is actually what's inspired this little video because I've been getting the Color Curate boxes. My mom actually got that for me for Christmas, and I was inspired to do a full face of vegan makeup because I'm now getting a subscription for it. Oh yeah, this was a mistake. Okay. So don't put this over powder. But damage is already done, so we're going to do the same thing to the other side. And I'm going to hope and pray that I can cover that up with actual powder concealer. I'm actually going to take my foundation brush and kind of stipple that in as well. Yeah, I meant to put that under my foundation and I completely forgot. But there's that. We will try this again in another video when I can actually use it the correct way. So what are we at? Contour. I have the Kat Von D, which is now KVD Beauty contour palette. This has seen some things. I definitely need a newer one, but I love this thing to death. I've used it so many times, and I love it, and I will continue to repurchase it. I am excited that they have the little ones now because these are really the only two I use, is these two. So I'm excited because now they have like the little duos, so I can just use that. We're gonna go ahead and contour with the lightest shade in the palette. And I'm actually using an e.l.f. contouring brush as well, which is a vegan brush. And all of Kat Von D or KVD is vegan. So this is a completely vegan brand. Yes, I know that looks crazy. We will fix it, don't worry. I like to apply it with a brush like this and then go back in and blend it with a different one. sometimes. Definitely think it's time for a new one of these though, because I'm starting to get a little bit of some hard pan on there. But I've had this for a really long time, so it's definitely time. It's just such a nice contour shade though, like it's the right amount of gray without looking too muddy, and it's not orangey, so it don't look like a Cheeto either. Okay, now I'm gonna take a fluffier brush and I'm gonna run that along there and kind of blend that out some. I scratched my neck earlier and it is still red. And now taking the same brush, I'm gonna go in with the, I just dug my fingernail in eyeshadow. I'm gonna go in with the next shade in the palette and I'm gonna use that as bronzer, just because I don't have a vegan bronzer, fun fact. So we're gonna use this guy, which is fine. Just not something I do too often. For whatever reason, I tend to reach for a single bronzer instead of something out of a contour palette. This one works just fine. Okay, now that we're all contoured and bronzed, we'll move on to blush. I have two options. I have another Kat Von D product, KVD, whatever you want to say, that I'm debating on using. It's this one. This is the Lolita blush, but I also want to use something that's not Kat Von D because I do have another Kat Von D product to use. So we might use this if I don't like this. So this is the Seraphine Botanicals Happy Hibiscus palette. Seraphine Botanicals is vegan completely, and here are the shades. So it's kind of a highlight palette, or highlight and contour. Nope, highlight and blush. You see like that little bubble there? You can like move it. It's weird. I don't like that. I'm gonna use Petal, which is silky pink. I'm not gonna use the highlighters today, just because I have a different highlighter to use. So we'll try this little blush out here. Oh, it's light, it's pretty. I was concerned it was gonna be way too shimmery, but that's not bad. Doesn't even really look like it has shimmer, so I don't know why I was so worried about it, but. That's pretty, I like the blush. There is also a creamy rose one, but I feel like that's gonna be way too dark for me. That's the one thing about this palette I'm not like super into, is I feel like all of them are gonna be not right for me except for this one here. I'm really going in with this blush. It's not like super pigmented, but that's okay. I prefer that, honestly. I'm gonna blend out my nose contour a little bit more real quick. And that's the blush. Okay. What's next? Brows. Let's do some brows. I have got ColourPop. ColourPop is not a vegan brand, but this is a vegan product, and they do have several products that are vegan. You can find a whole list of them on their website, which I think is great. They've got a few products that aren't, but I'm down for this one. This is the Brow Boss pencil, by the way, in the shade Dark Brown. I'm just gonna fill in the brows. I use this pencil a lot. I'm not like a huge brow pencil person, but this one I really enjoy. I say that a lot in my videos if you've ever seen any of them. If you're new here, now you know. It's not like a super pigmented pencil. You do have to go over it a couple times, which I like because I'm very, very messy with my brows. So if I make a mistake, this one's easy to fix compared to some of the more pigmented ones that I've tried. And it does have a spoolie on the other end, which is always nice. So there's one brow down. One downside is I do feel like I use this product like quickly. Like I do have to roll the pencil up a couple times during my application, so that's something to keep in mind as well. There's 0.08 grams of product in here. Don't know in comparison what that is like. Let me see. I can have, nope. Compared to like the $1 Billion Brow one, this one has 0.27 grams. So about half of what that one has is in here, but it is also only $6, so do with that what you will. I feel like I always make my left brow more square than my right brow. But I try to just like follow my normal brow. So if they're uneven, it's because my brows are uneven. Or so we say. Okay. That's looking good enough to me. So now I'm going to set the brows. And as soon as I find, there it is, my lid. So to set the brows, I have this guy by Le Beaute Fatale. It's the Brow Fix Tint and Shaper. I think this brand is vegan. This product is vegan for sure, but I'm pretty sure the whole brand is vegan if I remember right. I had to look it up the other night. But this is a tinted brow gel in the shade 5 Dark Brunette. It's got a little ball application. That's weird. It's not my most favorite brow gel in the world, but it is the only vegan one I have. So we're gonna use it. It's not bad by any means. It's just weird to hold, I think. Ta-da! My brows are now set. Okay, moving on. Let's go ahead and line the lower lash line because I am going to use liner today. I have by Kat Von D. This is the basket case liner. It is a little chubby guy, so beware of that. I like it for whatever reason, but I know a lot of people probably wouldn't just because it is such a bigger eyeliner for the waterline. It's more meant to like put on the top and like smudge out with that kind of like a rocker look, but I like it for the lower lash line. I feel like it's quicker and I get it in the waterline and in the lashes. So I really, really like this liner. It was limited edition. I don't know if you can still get it anymore, but it's a good one. So now let's talk eyeshadow. I am probably going to mix in some of the Kat Von D Shade and Light palette, or maybe even the blush, because the palettes I have don't really have matte shades in them, but I have two to try today. I have the So Susan Cosmetics, which is vegan, Subtropical Eyeshadow Palette, which you've seen me holding now for a while. I did dig my finger into the green shade, but there are the shades. They are very vibrant pastel colors. They are all metallic or like shimmery satin, if you will, whatever you want to call it. And then I have the Trifle Cosmetics little guy here. This is the Praline palette, and this one's got some darker tones, some jewel tones. So we will kind of intermix the two, but I am going to start with the Kat Von D, and I'm going to put some of that contour shade in the crease just so we have a matte shade down to start with. Just taking the one that I put all over the face for contour. And we are essentially contouring our eye sockets, so there's that. I've actually used this for eyeshadow a few times, and times where I've forgotten my eyeshadow. This thing's come in clutch a couple times, but it's not something that I'm like, yes, it's the best eyeshadow ever, but it definitely works. I think it looks nice. Okay, let's do a little bit more there. and we have our base color down. So let's go in with, I'm thinking green, yellowy stuff today maybe. So let's just go in with the Praline palette first. I'm gonna take that deeper greenish gold color, goldish green color. I'm gonna put that in the crease. And Trifle Cosmetics is also vegan. I don't know if I said that or not, but they are vegan. This is a little more metallic-y than I wanted. That's okay. So we're just going back and forth with windshield wiper motions, putting that right in the crease. I feel like this is gonna make my eyes look very, very green. It's okay. I do like this color, it's performing nicely. I just wish there were mattes in these palettes. Which I don't know, maybe like vegan matte formulas are harder to formulate. I don't know. Don't quote me on that. That's just me saying maybe, but that's okay. Now let's do a flat brush here. I forgot to highlight. We'll come back to that. I'm gonna take a flat brush and I'm gonna pick up that light green shade from the Subtropical palette. And I'm gonna put that on the inner portion. Oh, that's pretty. Very light in tone, almost has more of a mint color to it. And now I'm going to spray the brush too and see if I can get this to be a little bit more intense. This is the Cover FX setting spray. Cover FX is a vegan brand, which is actually something I didn't know till recently. Like, I knew they were cruelty free, but I did not know they were vegan until I decided I wanted to film this video. Ooh, I really like that shade. It's a lot more minty green than it looks in the palette, which I am down for. This mint green, fun fact, is my favorite color. And now, kind of don't know what I want to do. Because I was going to play with that gold. We're still going to do the gold. From the other palette, the Praline palette, I'm going to take the golden shade on the end here, and I'm going to put that on the lid as well with a brush that I'm finding. Here we go. This is a Luxie concealer brush. Again, we're not going to wet it at first just to see. Okay, for it not being wet, that's pretty good. So now let's go ahead and spray the brush. That's pretty. Just kind of putting it right in the center of the eye and mixing it with that green shade a little bit. Now going back into the green shade, I'm going, okay. I wish these palettes had shade names because I hate that. I'm pretty sure this one, the Subtropical, did have shade names, but they were on like a little plastic insert and I have no idea where that thing went, so that's fine. Just blending these two colors together a little bit more, like so. It's pretty. Let's go back in with the dark green shade from the Praline palette and put more in the crease. I'm gonna put that on the lower lash line as well. Just sticking close to the lash line, we're gonna make this a smoky look. I will say I'm liking these palettes more than I thought I would. Like, I didn't have super high hopes for them, but they're turning out pretty nice. I really, really like this green shade. Just keep putting it on. I'm hoping these last a while, because that would be great. Okay, let's go back into the Kat Von D, and I'm gonna go back in with that contour shade and blend that up a little bit higher. I'm also gonna put that along the lower lash line to blend out below the green color that we just laid down. Like so. Now we're gonna take the Kat Von D palette and I'm gonna go in with the darkest shade in the palette. And I'm going to put that on the outer corner of my eyes to kind of blend them out, just using a fluffy brush. That's pretty. Yeah, I like that. Okay. It's a pretty simple eye look, but that's okay. I mean, the palettes that we have to work with aren't going to give us like the most combinations that we can do, but I like the way this has turned out. I'm also going to buff some of that on the lower lash line as well, just on the outer portion. Yeah, I like that. I don't have a brow bone highlight shade. We're gonna use actual highlighter for that. Okay, so I also want to try this eyeliner out, so bear with me because I suck at eyeliner, but I got this guy. This is again by Kat Von D. This is the RKVD. This is the Dagger Tattoo Liner in the shade Trooper Black. I don't know what the difference is between the regular tattoo liner and this. Oh, it's angled. Ooh, look at that. Can you even see how little that is? That is the littlest point. Okay, if I can't do wing liner with this, then there's no hope for me. So we're gonna go for it. Excuse the awkward silence that is about to ensue. That is the finest tip I've ever used. I'm also gonna line the inner, just dotted on my face, the inner rim of my eye as well. Kind of give it a little sharp point if I can. I think this eyeliner is almost too small. Oh, that looks terrible. Well, damage done. We're going with it. I don't know how I feel about this. I think I like the regular tattoo liner better. This one I feel like I keep turning, and then it's creating different like sizes. I'm having to like redo it repeatedly. Not a fan. Okay, we're moving on from that disaster. I miss the days in like junior high when it was like colorful eyeliner was the thing, and I literally just took colorful eyeliner and just like drew a circle around my eye and that was what I did every day. I miss those. Okay, it's fine, I guess. I don't know. I did bump a little bit on my face there, if you can see that. So I'm going to take a spoolie and kind of try to pick that off a little. Not a lot of fallout with that eyeshadow palette though, so that's good. I'm going to go ahead and spray the face real quick using the Cover FX Illuminating Setting Spray. I do like this spray. This is the second one I've gone through actually. Yeah, I'm not a fan of that. Whatever that stuff's called, that liner. I'm going to take that green shade and kind of try to cover it in the inner corner a little bit. Whatever. Okay, now for highlight. I have my favorite highlighter actually, the Lunar Beauty Greek Goddess palette. I am going to be using the shade Medusa. This is my favorite highlighter of all time. It's great. I love it. It was limited edition, but his other highlights are also amazing. This is just my favorite shade. So I will link all of his highlights down below. And he is a vegan brand as well, Lunar Beauty. Oh, it's so pretty. I'm going to dust this all over the face, and I'm also going to use it as an inner corner and brow bone highlight. I feel like my face is looking a little powdery, but I also think I waited too long to set the face with setting spray. So I generally do that right after I'm done with my brows, and I forgot, but I like this palette a lot. It is one of my favorites. Now I'm going to take a brush. I'm going to take this little guy. This is a Luxie Mini Round 141 brush. And I'm going to use that in the inner corner. Pretty. And on the brow bone. Okay, like that. Let's go ahead and spray the face again, because I am excessive when it comes to that. Now, what do we have left? Mascara. I have the Thrive Cosmetics Liquid Lash Extensions Mascara. This is a great mascara. It's very heavy packaging. I really like it, and it's a good mascara. It's not my favorite one in the world. You guys already know what that is, but I like this one a lot, so. We're gonna go ahead and put that on. This is a vegan brand as well. So Thrive is all vegan. Only thing I don't like is the brush is a little pokey, but if you can get past that, it is a great formula. Gives me a lot of curl and a lot of length and a lot of blackness. It does clump a little, so be careful with that. I'm terrified this like little cat eye decision I made was terrible. So I really think it's just going to do that weird thing that some liners do where it like collects in your water duct. I think that's what I just signed myself up for there. But that's okay. Yeah, like look how long my lower lash line is now. If you curl your lashes, this would probably be super, super intense. I never curl my lashes because I'm terrified of them. So there's that. Yeah, I feel like the the liner that I did, it kind of made my eye look a little droopy. So that's fine. These lashes are clumping together a little bit more than the other eye did. So you definitely have to like work this mascara out, but I do like it. That one lash just won't unstick. Oh well. Okay, and now the last step, which I kind of didn't think through very well, is lips. I have a bright pink lip to try. This is by Trifle Cosmetics. This is the Cream Bar. It's a creamy matte lipstick in the shade... I don't know. Does it not have a shade? Cream Bar might be the shade name. I don't know. But it's like a hot pink, so... It smells so good. I don't even know what it smells like. Like a candle, but like not a bad way. I don't know. It smells like something that I've smelled before. Very creamy. I like the shape of this because I feel like I don't need a lip liner. What is that smell? It smells like something, like it's like one of those nostalgic smells that just take you back but you don't know where. That's what I'm feeling right now. It's like something from my childhood. I don't know. If you guys know what this smells like, let me know down below. But I like this color. It's very creamy, but it's still matte at the same time without being like overly drying. It doesn't look the greatest with this eyeshadow, but it's not bad. Wouldn't be my first pick, but I like it. So that's it. Let's go ahead and take the hair down so you can see its craziness. But this is the full face. I'm actually really impressed with it. I feel like vegan makeup tends to get like sort of a bad rep where it's not like the most pigmented or the most intense or anything like that. These lips prove that wrong, but I like the way the eyeshadow turned out. I really, really, really like that green shade. So I definitely want to play with that palette some more and maybe the blues in it or the purples. And I like the little guy too. Like this is a good little palette. I do wish there were mattes in here. I'm not gonna lie, because I do wish that I didn't have to like mix in the Kat Von D palette, but I like it. So let me know down below what your favorite vegan makeup is, and if you guys want to see like an all vegan makeup brand video, then let me know that too, and I will definitely pick up some more products. But that's all I have for you guys today. Don't forget to like this video before you go, subscribe to my channel so you don't miss out on any more of my future videos, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye guys.